All right, my friends, happy Sunday. Welcome, welcome. I'm so excited to help you learn 3 ways to fill your calendar every single month. Okay. This is always going to be a big category in our industry. It's the lifeline of our business, right? It's the way that we make a consistent income online, right? For us to have consistent clients, consistent customers, and consistent bookings. So I'm going to show you 3 simple ways for you to fill your calendar. So as y'all are hopping on tonight, make sure to comment below with hashtag live or replay if you're watching the replay. I am going to barrel through this training to make sure it's not a 55-minute training. I'm trying to make these live trainings more digestible, right? Making sure they're a little bit shorter so that some of us are not here for an entire hour. As much as I love chatting with y'all, I gotta skirt just a little bit and make sure that these trainings are not super duper long, right? So we're going to go ahead and get started with this. If this is the first time you're watching, make sure and let me know below. This is my first time watching, and let me know who invited you into the group, and whoever invited you, tag them below. Okay. Let me know how you heard about us. If you've been here for a while, let me know what's your favorite thing about this group, right? What have you learned over this period of time that you have been with us? If you don't know me, I do talk with my hands a lot. So if this is annoying to you, I apologize. But I'm Latin. It's just part of my culture, and I just love getting excited. And this is just the way that I talk. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started into this. I've got some notes here next to me to kind of keep me on track. So I have put together 3 simple ways for you to fill your calendar. If you are sitting in a position right now where you just don't have anything on the books, maybe it's been a consistent thing for you. Maybe every month you walk into your month and there's 0 bookings and you're having to scramble looking for someone who would want to host a party with you. That's frustrating, right? One thing that I have learned over the last few years being in the industry is that you should always prepare for tomorrow's opportunities. Okay. Prepare today for tomorrow's opportunities. And it's very, very important that we walk into our month, not with 0 bookings, but with multiple bookings. That way we're not scrambling, because who loves that feeling? Who absolutely just loves that feeling of last minute itis? You know what last minute itis is? It's a word I just made up, but it's a thing. It's where you finally realize like your month has begun and you have nothing on the books. You have nothing, no customers, no hostesses. And you are doing what's called last minute itis, where you are just last minute trying to see what you can acquire in the last few minutes, right? Asking the same 5 people that you've asked last month that said no to you, asking people that have hosted with you the very last season, maybe people that you just booked with. Hopefully you're not asking those people again to host with you, because that's a little bit harder, right? It's hard to get people that just got off of hosting a party with you to look at you and say, yeah, I'd love to do another one, even though we just did one 2 weeks ago. So it's very important when you're going through this process that you are prepared ahead of time. Am I right? How many bookings are you looking to book? Comment below and let me know. How many would you like to have for, I know we're already kind of heading towards the middle of April, but how many would you like to have for May, right? Middle of April is where you should really start thinking about what's going to happen in May. Because if you can get yourself 2 to 4 bookings by mid-April, that way you walk into May with some awesome stuff on the calendar, then that's a great place to be. That's where your mentality should be. Mid-month, you should be already thinking about and already booking for the following month. So I'm going to give you 3 strategies tonight on how you can do it. Who's excited? Drop some excited emojis if you're excited, my friends. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, I'm going to barrel through this. See if I can make this a 20-minute live, shall we? Let's go ahead and get started, okay? So there's 3 strategies I'm going to share with you. Number 1, okay, it's called a monthly blitz. Who's ever heard of a monthly blitz? You've probably done it with your leader. You've probably done it with your company. Some companies will run it with you, or maybe other trainers. You've probably done some of those with other trainers in the past. However, a monthly blitz is essentially when you take the time to message a massive amount of people. Maybe it's everyone in your VIP group. Maybe it's friends that you have spoken to recently on Facebook. But essentially, this is a strategy that is not my favorite strategy because I love the organic way of booking parties. And the organic way is just to show up on camera or to show up in a party setting and book parties with strangers. That's like my favorite thing ever, right? Who would love to be able to book with strangers consistently? Who would love to be able to have customers that are strangers, just people that you've maybe had a couple conversations with that just want to buy stuff from you, that just want to book with you and party with you, right? All of us want that. We don't want to keep harassing the same people. And I use the word harass loosely because we're not harassing. We don't want to consistently ask the same people over and over again, because then over time, if you continuously do that, that just becomes a tapped out network. And that's the worst feeling, right? It's the worst feeling in the world when you're constantly talking to the same 30 people who feels like they're in that bubble. I call it the bubble, right? It's a thing. Okay. If you're in that bubble right now, this is what it looks like. And that's what it feels like. It feels a little claustrophobic, right? You just can't get out. You just need to find a way to burst the bubble. Okay. I know it's kind of a cheesy thing, but it's a thing I've been saying for the last few years. And some of you know what that saying means, but your job is to burst that bubble. But what a blitz does, if you have to do a blitz, if you are just at zero, your VIP group is dead, maybe you've already booked with people very recently and you can't ask those people. Maybe you're not in a party right now. All of your parties have already gone and they're done. Then your last resort tends to be a booking blitz. And here's the beauty about a booking blitz, though. The beauty with a booking blitz is that when you're mass messaging people, right, and you are asking them if they would be interested in hosting with you, typically I teach my people, okay, I what I like to teach is to do this one time ever, okay, maybe once a year, once every 2 years, maybe just once and never again, right? But there's going to be periods of time where you're going to run into a month with 0 bookings, right? I know I'm telling you in the beginning, you should never walk into a month with 0 bookings, but life happens, right? The times where you walk into your month with no bookings on your calendar should be the times where just life happens, right? And we're all human, right? Like things just happen in life. Sometimes like we fall off of the consistency wagon, something happens at home, just life happens and it gets in the way. It's happened to me, right? It happens to all of us. And we're not as, we're not exactly where we want to be at all times. Sometimes we fall off the wagon. That is when you go into your booking blitz, right? This is when you go through and you message your VIPs, right? The people that are closest to you. This is probably the only time I would recommend you to do it. And then afterwards, your job is to be consistently booking off of every single party. That's what I like to teach, okay? If you need to do a blitz, do it one time. Okay. But then once you get your bookings, hopefully you're getting 2 to 4, okay, during this booking blitz, then your job is to make sure that those 2 to 4 bookings, you are booking off of them. Okay. Why is it powerful to have more than one booking? Because if one flops and you can't get any bookings off of that one, then you have a likelier chance to book off the second one. That's why you don't want just book one. You want to book 2. Okay. 2 is the minimum. And for those of you that end up doing a booking blitz and only booking 2, be excited about it because 2 is better than 0. 1 is better than 0. Your job from here on, once you book those parties through that booking blitz, once you send out those messages and you can get 2 humans out of 400 million, or how many is in the United States? 380 million people. If you can get 2 people to say yes to you, okay, very likely chance that you can get 2 yeses, all right, then you have the potential to start that snowball effect, okay? So I've got a set of scripts for you that I want you guys to download. Hopefully by the end of this, I'll be able to attach the video above. If not, I will put the link in the comments. That way you can go ahead and download it. It's my free booking scripts take a look at it. There's a script for literally every single scenario. And here's a couple of tips to help you utilize this without it coming off, I guess, spammy. Okay. So make sure that when you're using these scripts, you're going to be able to see that they're very scenario based. Okay. What I mean by that is there's going to be scripts in there that you specifically send to your VIP group, right? People that you speak to in your VIP group, you would speak to them differently than people that are just friends with you on Facebook, right? People that are friends with you on Facebook, you would speak to them differently than you were going to speak to people in a previous party, right? So there's very scenario specific scripts. I want you to take a look at them and I want you to literally copy paste, personalize them. Don't make them too long. Don't give anybody a sob story. Don't make anybody feel bad for you. Okay. And just ask for the booking. All right. I know it's very like upfront and kind of harsh possibly, but I want you to just be forward. Okay. Your job is to book 2 to 4 parties over the next 24 hours. Can you do it? Of course you can, because you can do anything that you put your mind to. That's what my mommy told me. Your mommy said it to you too, right? We could do anything that we put our minds to. We can, okay? We absolutely can. This is why I never ran out of bookings, because I was consistent, okay? And there were times where I fell off the bandwagon because I've got 2 small children, right? So something would happen and then I would have to go and revisit my booking blitz. I'd have to revisit my scripts, right? And start back over. And my minimum that I kept in my head was if I can just get 2, that's all I need to start the snowball effect, because then I wouldn't have to ask any of my friends and family ever again. And just story time, I have not had a family member or a close friend, like people I know in person, right? Not people I've met off the internet, even though you guys are my friends. I love y'all. Much love. Peace, A-Town, all that mess, right? Goofy by nature. Even though I love you guys, right? I'm talking about like people that like I grew up with, right? Friends that I went to high school with, friends that I used to work like in a physical store with, all those things. People I used to have lunch with. Those people don't buy from me. Some do, but I have never, ever, ever approached those people to purchase from me. Have I asked them at one point to host a party with me? Probably, but I've only ever done it one time. Okay. Why? Because you don't want to burn out your immediate network. Is it okay for you to tap into that network if need be? Of course it is. But you have to make sure you're careful with that, right? Who agrees with that? You have to be careful in the way that you tap into your immediate network, because one thing you don't want to do is have only your friends and family be the people that are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars with you every month, okay? And I know people that have done that and then they quit the business and then their friends are still buying and then they join a different business and they're like, like you just don't want to do that with your immediate network, right? You want to be consistent. What is going to help you a lot, and it's going to really relieve a lot of pressure off of you and off of them, is if you can host your blitz and keep consistent booking parties off of parties. And that's exactly what I teach. Okay. So here's the secret when it comes to doing this booking blitz. Keep your script simple, right? Don't explain a lot. All right. Message 30 people at a time. Okay. Well, Facebook jail, right? There's that. Make sure that you're sending out 10 and waiting 5 minutes. Then you're sending out another 10, waiting 5 minutes. Then you're sending out another 10, waiting 5 minutes. Who should you tap into? Who should you message? Okay. Because that's going to be your next question. It's like, well, Janet, I've already tried this with my VIP group like 2 months ago and everybody ignored me. Well, here's what you're going to do. All right. You're going to message your VIP group members again. All right. And you're going to use one of my scripts. You're going to be completely real. You're going to be completely open. And you're going to message all of them. Not the first 25 and then assuming the next 5 are going to say no. So you never message them because they didn't read your message last time, which means that they don't like you. Don't make any assumptions. Just send every single person in your VIP group a simple script. Be human. The more human you are and the more simple you are about it, the more the other person is going to be willing to say yes to you. Okay. It's the people that make it the thing. You know what I mean by that? It's when you send them a long message and your attempt to make someone else feel bad is like because I've gotten those messages before too, right? And I'm just not a fan of those. When people that message me and say, "Oh, Janet, like I know we haven't talked in like 4 years, but I would really appreciate it if you hosted a party for me because I got to make this car payment and blah 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 blah." Like those are not great to get because then I feel bad, right? You don't want to make the other person feel bad. You want somebody else to want to host a party with you. So the whole point is, even if you're not doing it that way, just keep it simple and keep it to the point. Message your VIP group members. Who's the next set of people that you message if you've done that recently? Well, I want you to do it again. I don't care if you did it 30 days ago. I want you to do it again, but I want you to use my scripts in those scenarios. Look at the scenarios in those scripts, and I want you to go with those scenarios. Facebook friends, right? People that you contact regularly. I'm not talking about the person you went to high school 4 years ago. That person's just going to look at you funny if you just randomly message them and ask them to book a party. I mean, let's just keep it real. They're going to be like, what? You're right. So you want to make sure that you are messaging using the scripts, messaging people that you have had a conversation with over the last 30 to 60 days. Okay. Anything beyond that is okay. If you have a regular relationship with someone, that means that they're commenting on your stuff, you're commenting on their stuff. Maybe it's a relative's friend, right, that you regularly talk to. Maybe it's someone that comments on your stories, that you comment on their stories. Whoever it is, make sure you have some sort of relationship with. And I'm not talking about somebody adds you as a friend, you add them as a friend, you guys have one conversation, and then you don't speak for a year. My rule of thumb is 30 to 60 days. Okay. If I've had a 30 to 60 day conversation with you, then I find it appropriate to send you a message politely, of course, right? You're not asking somebody to pay $400 for a product that you're selling, right? You're just asking if they're interested, if they would be interested in hosting a super fun event with you. You'll make it super easy and you'll give them an extra incentive for hosting. That's all you're doing. Okay. So don't make it complicated. Keep it simple. All right. Simple is always better. Okay. And if you have an incentive, that typically seals the deal when you have an incentive. All right. What are great examples of incentives? $10 gift card, a $10 gift certificate to your store, a small stash item that could be collecting dust in your closet, right? An extra product that maybe you earned a couple years ago, but it's still in decent condition. It would make a great prize. It doesn't really cost a lot to ship. Something at the dollar store. Okay. I've put together some holiday items before in the past, and I've shipped those out along with like a $5 coupon that I made off of Canva and printed out. And that was a perfect Hostess incentive. Okay. They get it in the mail. They get their little Hostess packet, right? A lot of us are emailing Hostess packets now, which is fine, but I would mail mine. Okay. And they would get it in the mail. And that would be it, right? They'll be so excited. Anything for free that you're giving to someone is going to be something that they're going to be excited about. Okay. So just make it special. It doesn't matter if it's not a $50 item. It doesn't need to be. It just needs to be special and it needs to be useful. Okay. Special and useful are going to be good options. Okay. Just don't spend a lot of money doing it. All right. Okay. And then there's certain products, if you do want to ship a little bit more pricier items, I typically, anything more than like $10, I would require like a party qualifier. Okay. So, hey, as soon as your party hits $400 in sales, I will ship this thing out to you. This thing's valued at like $45. What do you think? Right. So that's my rule of thumb. And people get excited, right? They get excited for it and they're like, oh, okay, that's a really nice product. Send a picture of it and let them know. Like usually with these kind of products, my qualifier is $400, but that's typically pretty easy. As long as you invite the right amount of people, I will help you close some of those sales out, okay? And help you earn this. And in addition to that, some extra incentives, whether it's credits or discounts or free products, whatever Hostess program you have going on, okay? All right, so that's the booking blitz. Pretty simple, right? So the next part, okay, number 2, I'm following my notes here, all right? Number 2 is hosting a live booking game. Okay. I'm sure you guys knew this was coming because live booking games are my jam. All right. Why live booking games? Live booking games are effective, and they're effective because it's the fastest way to build a relationship with the people on the other end of the camera. Okay. It is the fastest way to build your personal branding with someone, right? This is typically the space where people decide whether they want to follow you, whether they want to continue watching you, and if they want to be a forever customer. It's just, imagine the home party space. For those of you who have done home parties, raise your hand in the comments. Have you ever done a home party before? What was so much fun about having a home party, right? Having that personal feel, being able to talk to people, being able to joke around, being able to just get to know people and have that human connection. Even though there's a camera lens in the way, you can still have a version of that that is virtual. And I know because I did it. And there's been tons of testimonials in this group. If you guys search, for those of you that are new, search in this group, bingo. Okay. And you will see tons and tons and tons of posts of people booking multiple parties at once, playing bingo, playing trivia, playing balloon pop, playing Jeopardy. Okay. Here's the secret when it comes to live booking games. Okay. This is why I'm doing a party booking boot camp starting on the 18th. The secret to live booking games is being prepared and incorporating the fun factor. Okay. And I want to add this last one. It's your energy. Okay. Your energy. Your energy is everything. If you have good energy, typically people tend to follow that. People are attracted to that. However, if you're dull and you're just like this and you're just talking into the camera, right? And you don't really know how to interact with people, then, I mean, what would you do? You'd probably go like cross your eyes a little bit, right? You just want to have fun. Incorporate the fun factor. Don't make it complicated. Keep it simple. Okay. I have a live guide that's going to walk you through that. For those of you that are introverts, surprise, surprise, I'm also an introvert myself. Okay. Probably the scariest thing in the entire world for me was when I did my first live booking game, and it was the bingo game. And it was like my first tutorial in this group. If you look it up, it's the one where I have super long hair and I pressed record, and you'll be able to see that I don't even look into the camera the first 15 seconds. Cause I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? It was like a really awkward training video. You guys will still be able to search it. I made it, I think February 2019 might be the month. But you'll be able to see it in this group. Okay. You don't have to be great at it at first. You just have to do it. You just have to be willing to have fun, willing to communicate with people. Okay. Even if you're shy, you can totally make it awesome. Okay. I made a live guide for introverts. Okay. This is specifically for you guys, basically structuring out how your live goes. For me, and I know for a lot of us introverts out there, okay, find it easier when we're doing our live games to have something that we can kind of reference off of, right? Notes, something that we can look at, something that we can just kind of take a peek at. In fact, I'll show you for some of y'all that have not seen it before. Look at that. You get a blank version of it, but this is what a filled out version looks like, okay? Your first 30 seconds, what do they look like? Your call to action to get people engaging at the very beginning of your video so that you can start boosting that algorithm so more people in the party see it. And then the body of your live. This is when you're playing your game. And then you have your outro, okay? Recap of the winners, recap of, thanking everybody for being on, and then thank and direct, okay? This is your call to action at the very end. So this fully structures out your live. Okay. All you have to do is prepare yourself beforehand, right? Pick a booking game that you would like to try out. Write down in that live guide how you're going to structure that whole thing out. Okay. What are you going to say in the beginning? Well, the first 30 seconds, you want to make sure you welcome people, even if nobody's watching, even if there's nobody there, right? You got to make sure that you're not doing this number at the very beginning of the live. Gonna wait for some people to hop on. Gonna wait for some people to hop on. You don't want to do that, okay? You just want to start talking. Even if you're talking to yourself, start talking. Because as people start hopping on, they will see that you are engaging, and you can start engaging with people as they start to hop on, okay? Typically what I do when I do every live video ever is when people start to hop on, I'm like, oh, hey, girl, what's going on? Hello, friends. Hey, Kathy, my best friend. What's going on? Hey, Melissa. You don't have to be that goofy. I was that way because I enjoyed making people laugh because I felt like that was just a fun way to engage with people. And it was just the fastest way to break the ice. But that's just me, right? That might not be your personality. Your personality could just be very friendly and bubbly, right? That works too, okay? And even if you're not super bubbly, as long as you're friendly and you're approachable, you have to make yourself approachable. And then you're just dedicated to make sure your guests are having fun. Okay. That's really all that matters. All right. So live booking games can be very effective. Um, follow the live guide and download that, and that will definitely help like structure everything out. Okay. And just for your information, okay, for those of you that need extra help with this, I'm literally going to be doing that in this boot camp that's coming up next week. I walk you through how to get your live prepared, how to get people to show up to your live booking game, how to structure out your live booking game, how to make your post for your live booking game, all the things. Okay. It's going to be a massive boot camp, and I'm so excited about it because I know you guys have asked for it for a long, long time. And the last booking boot camp I think I did was like last June or July, and it was like specifically on bingo, I believe. And I haven't done one since. I've done other boot camps, but finally we've decided to do another one of these because we need it, right? Like this is the industry that we're in. Okay. So make sure to check that out. There's probably going to be a link in the bio here to allow you to click on that and join. The enrollment is going on right now. You don't want to miss it. Okay. So if you guys need some examples of what some of these booking games look like, you'd always search the group. Spin It to Win It is another one. Balloon Pop, Trivia, Jeopardy, Bingo, MASH. Okay. So search those up. And, if they're helpful for you, then you can always try them out. If not, if you want some more hand holding, and if you prefer to do it in a group setting with other students, then don't forget to just enroll in that boot camp. Okay. Last piece. Okay. This is the last part of this training. Okay. The last part is very underutilized. We tend to just forget this a lot. And I realize that the more conversations that I have with y'all, is the last portion is Hostess Incentive. Okay. Hostess Incentive. That is a massive way for you to book parties. Okay. So what are some key elements to this? Okay. Because a lot of y'all are like, well, I can't get my hostess to book parties for me. She just won't do it. Well, here's a couple things. Okay. Here's a couple of things and a couple suggestions I want to give you. Okay. Because I always had people referring people to me. You got to create that system. You have to start thinking about how can I get my people to bring more people to me, right? Today, I posted a post today, and the post was, hey, Sunday segment tonight, I'm going to teach you guys how to book parties. Tag your teams, tag your friends, tag people that you think would find this training valuable. So we gained about 50, 60 people today, which is pretty awesome. I think today we had 10,640 people. And then my phone now tells me, if I read it right, 10,700 and something people. Okay. That's massive. Why though? Why? Because you're just talking about it. Okay. When you don't speak on it and you don't talk about it and you don't tell your hostess, your customers, your clients what you need from them so that they can help you, then they're not going to do it. Okay. You got to stop doing the self-sabotage because we do it a lot, right? Oh, well, she won't recommend me. She won't recommend me. I had to convince her to book a party. You don't know that. You don't know that. So, I want you to start thinking a little differently on this. A couple things that you could do is incentivize your hostess. Okay. That's what the hostess incentive is. Give her a gift certificate, give her a gift card. Okay. Attach it to part of your hostess coaching. Okay. So 2 days before the party ends, after you've done your live after you have done your live booking game. Okay. Maybe you've asked a few people in the group, and now your last strategy. Okay. You should always have 3 different strategies in every party setting, to get your bookings, right? To get your 2x2 bookings off of each party. That's the system that we teach here, right? So you should always have that third strategy, and that third strategy should be hostess incentive. Incentivize your hostess. Ask her and make it a part of that hostess coaching, and ask her, hey girl, I just want to check in on you. First, ask her, how is she liking the party? Make sure she's happy first. Okay. Make sure you have a happy hostess. Oh, I love it. You don't want to ask somebody who's just completely unhappy. If she's unhappy and she's just not tuning in, you might not want to she might not be willing to do the thing for you. But one thing that you should definitely do is make sure that you're staying connected to your hostess. Okay. If you're in that party setting, there's a simple coaching guide that I give out for free here. Make sure to download that, read it, use it, try it. There's some people here that really believe in it and it's really helped them. It's like literally what I have used forever. So try that out. But just keep it very simple. Okay. Attach it to your hostess coaching. And on day 4, or even at the end of day 3, after your live booking, send her a message, check in on her, see how she's doing, how she's liking the party, and then ask her. Okay. Let me see what I wrote down. Did I write down some notes on that? Hey, how are you liking the party so far? Wait for her to respond. Awesome. Make sure that you acknowledge that you've read her message, right? Awesome. So glad that you're loving it. I'm loving it too. Hey, so excuse me. I just wanted to ask you really quickly, how would you like to earn an extra $10 in hostess credit? Or how would you like to earn an extra free product, right? Ask her and see what she says. Wait for her to respond. And if she says, yeah, sure, what do I have to do? Or, whatever response she gives you, as long as it's yes, right? Then your response ends up being, okay, girl, so here's what I need you to do. You can either say, I want you to ask 3 of your besties, which 3 of your besties that you think would love to host a party or would be great at hosting a party just like you did, and put me in a 3-way chat with them. If any of them book a party, then I'll send you this free gift. Or if 2 of them host a party or agree to host a party, then I'll send you this free gift or this incentive. Okay. So that's one way you can do it. Another thing is, instead of having her put you in a 3-way chat, you can always just have her message people, right? And just say, hey, like, which 3 of your friends do you think would be awesome at hosting parties? If you get 2 of your friends to book a party with me, then I will send you this free gift as soon as they book the party or as soon as their parties begin. Okay. If you want to make sure that people book and they keep their booking, right? And they don't flake out or ghost on you, make sure their party begins, right? You open up their party link, you get the group created, they invite the friends, right? And at that point, you can say, hey, hey, hostess, like, just want to let you know your friends, their party's just begun. I went ahead and put that free gift in the mail for you. And that's how you create the system, right? Just ask your hostess. Okay. The best way for you to get those immediate bookings, okay, especially multiple bookings off of a party setting, is by utilizing the hostess. Those are her friends. Those are her people, right? And when you have a happy hostess, she's going to be more than willing to recommend you, right? It's the same thing with customer service, right? If you have this person that you have worked with, this direct seller, this private seller, whoever, right? Customer service agent that just treats you great, right? Maybe she solved a problem for you. Maybe she, replaced a product that was like malfunctioned or something, or maybe she got something to work and she had patience and maybe she was just awesome with you, right? Somebody that is memorable, right? Who can think of somebody that has helped them at some point that works for like a different company or a different entity that has helped them at some point, right? Who could think of someone that like, oh, like I love the girl that massaged Envy the other day, right? Like she fixed my account and it didn't take very long and she was super patient, super empathetic. So I gave her an extra $5 in tip, right? Or I recommended her to, all my friends. Like now I just go to this massage Envy because of that person. That strategy is a very effective strategy in our industry because we are in the relationship building business. Okay. Regardless of what you think, what kind of business we're not in the sales business. We're in the relationship building business. That is what we do. That's why people come to us versus buying those products from Target, right? Because they could probably, well, let me not say that part. Let me not say that part. When you go to an establishment, okay, sometimes you can find certain things cheaper versus going through a direct seller or a network marketer, right? I'm not saying we don't have good quality products. I'm just saying, why do you think people would spend more money at Coach? That's a good example. Buying it from Coach versus buying it from Target. Probably because Coach is better quality, right? It's fancier. They have a reputation. people would recommend them. Okay. You see people wearing them all the time. It's the same idea with direct sales and network marketing, except the difference is we are people to people business. Okay. Your job is to build up your personal branding with your people. So what is the best and most effective way of doing that? The best and most effective way of doing that is by making sure that you are utilizing the people that you are helping, right? You are making sure that they're happy. And then you're asking them for that extra step, right? Asking them, hey, if you're happy, would you mind helping me acquire some bookings from your party? If you're happy, would you mind sending me a testimonial of what your favorite thing about this particular product that you buy from me is, right? Like, what's your favorite thing about it? Utilize that, okay? Because happy people will share you. Happy people will recommend you. That's why you get a survey from everybody. Everybody wants a good survey. And people understand that, right? People understand that good customer service is so important. Who agrees with that? Raise your hand in the comments. Who agrees that customer service is like everything? Okay. Even your tonality in your text, right? Being careful of like what kind of tonality comes off when you're texting people. Right? That's why I like to put emojis and exclamation marks and smiley faces, or I'll do my hostess coaching with like recording a video and sending it to someone and saying, hey, friend, happy first day of the party, right? Today, this is what you can expect. Make sure you're engaging, blah, 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 right? Those are just other awesome ways for your hostess to really get to know you and to like you and to trust you, so that when she does that, she can also recommend you. So don't, make sure that you're incentivizing and make sure that you're utilizing your hostesses to the best capability, to the best ability. All right, guys, I think that's all I have. And I think I sped through that pretty good, right? What do you guys think? Pretty good? Hashtag value in the comments if you found this training valuable. Just want to kind of make sure that before we end off this training, I hope it was valuable. I hope you're able to get some awesome tips from it. I hope you try some of this stuff out. I'm going to try to make sure that the links above are attached of all the freebies that I mentioned, the live guide, the free booking scripts, and the party booking boot camp. If not, I will make sure that they're linked at least in the comments. Sometimes StreamYard doesn't do the thing for me, I've noticed. So I'll get creative if it's not up there. But worst case scenario, you can always find it in the comments. So guys, I hope this was helpful for you. And if you're ready to take your business to the next level, if you're tired of walking into your months with 0 bookings, I'm going to show you an effective way to keep your calendar booked consistently. Okay. And I'm talking about never running out of bookings ever again. And the way to do that is by having a simple, easy, and consistent system. All right. And I'm going to show you how to do that in this 5-day party booking boot camp. So make sure to click the link above, watch the videos, get the lifetime access. You're not going to want to miss it. Invite your teams, tag them below if you think that they're going to find this helpful. We're basically going to be doing everything step by step. Okay, so if you're not confident with doing a booking blitz right now and you'd rather do it together as a team, we're going to do that. If you're not comfortable doing a live booking game in your groups or in your parties right now, but you'd rather do it together as a team so we can hold each other accountable, then join the boot camp, because that's exactly what we're doing. We're doing I'm giving you all the goods on that, okay? And these are the exact same strategies that I've been teaching over the last few years, but it's in a jam-packed 5-day, no excuses. Let's just get it done. Let's get some bookings on your calendar boot camp, okay? So don't forget to check that out, guys. I will see you guys next Sunday. Academy members, we have an awesome training happening tomorrow on how to show up on your social media without being weird or spammy, and how to attract leads on your social media page. So make sure to check that out in the Academy group, and I will see you guys